Boxing, it's really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind.
Over the years, what do you think of that?
Sad. It just sad that he feels any reason or urge whatsoever.
Barrios is a great dude. He's young. He's strong. I think Pacquiao's coming back because he wants to make history. Pacquiao is a person that loves to help. He helps. People love him in his country.
The showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios is more than just a boxing match. It's a battle of pride, legacy, and unshakable determination. Both fighters step into the ring with a point to prove. Barrios is young, hungry, and eager to measure himself against a living legend. Pacquiao, armed with decades of experience and the heart of a champion, brings an electric tension to the fight. For him, this isn't about age or speed, it's about mentality. He believes boxing starts in the mind, and without self-belief, there's no reason to fight at all.
Boxing, it's really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind, then stop boxing. Forget about boxing. But as long as you dedicated, you have fire, you have, you have interest to punish yourself like that, for hard work, you enjoy doing hard work, training like that, discipline, then go for it. Like, continue boxing,
Yeah.
But
if you do that, you'll be successful.
Of course. But something like comes to your mind, like especially in the middle of like preparation, like let's say 2 months after 1 month training, it's like tired, like lazy.
I agree.
Renowned trainer Joel Diaz has expressed serious concerns about Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring. In his view, there comes a time in every fighter's career when walking away is wiser than stepping back in. At 46, Pacquiao isn't just up against younger, more active opponents. He's also risking his health and tarnishing his legacy. Diaz acknowledges Pacquiao's unmatched dedication, but reminds us that age is a reality no fighter can escape. While the heart may still burn with desire, the body doesn't always follow. In Diaz's eyes, Pacquiao has already proven everything he needed to.
Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger. He's big. He's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
While some fighters admire Pacquiao and hope to see him victorious, they admit the odds aren't in his favor. One fighter confessed that although he wants Manny to win, reality leans toward Mario Barrios. Barrios, younger and in his physical prime, possesses the speed, power, and tactical sharpness to overwhelm even a legendary veteran. Though he deeply respects Pacquiao's legacy, he believes this is the wrong opponent for a comeback. In his eyes, Barrios is a rising force, hungry, and prepared to seize this moment. He doubts whether Manny still has the tools to stop him.
You're about to do 10 rounds of sparring.
Yes, sir.
Give me 12 days away, Manny Pacquiao Barrios. Who wins and why?
Oh, man. I really hope Pacquiao wins, but I really don't see it happening. I think Barrios right now, he's in his prime. He got real good trainers behind him. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Pacquiao don't got, but I just think the age and stuff like that is gonna play a big role in that fight.
Keith Thurman offers a unique perspective on Pacquiao's chances. He recalls how sharp and well-conditioned Pacquiao looked when he faced Dennis Hugas, noting the Filipino legend's impressive form. While Thurman acknowledges Mario Barrios' punching power, he believes Pacquiao is still capable of handling that kind of pressure. Having experienced Pacquiao's strength firsthand, Thurman understands just how calculated and explosive Manny can be, even at an advanced age. In Thurman's view, if Pacquiao enters the ring with the same conditioning and sharpness he's shown in recent years, He has the ability to absorb Barrios' shots and potentially shift the fight in his favor.
You know, Pacquiao coming back. I don't like when Pacquiao comes back off layoffs. You know, when he fought me, he was active. Even though he was at the age that he was very active. I think I was like his third fight that year or his third fight within like 13, 14 months, right? So he was very active at the time. And then when he fought Ugas after COVID, after the victory over me, scheduled to fight Spence, injury, had to fight Ugas, last minute replacement, yada, yada, yada. But Ugas got the best of him, right? And now coming off of another layoff, I think Mario Barrios can box smart and get the best of him. The dangerous thing is Mario Barrios is there to be hit. You know, I caught him, I rocked him, Tank got him with a body shot, and you know, Pacquiao is still gonna have some clippers. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have some clippers on him. You know, so if he clips the chin, if he clips the body right, you know, I think he has an opportunity of hurting Barrios, but not sure what the speed's going to look like at this time. The weight coming off, he's done a few exhibitions. He hasn't had to be at that upper echelon of fighting per se. So it's going to be interesting, man. A lot of fight fans are just going to enjoy to see what Pacquiao brings to the table. But I highly doubt. I highly doubt I'll have an opportunity to get a rematch. You know, I'm not gonna not take it. You know, I've been wanting to punch that boy for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it'd be exciting to see him do great.
There's been talk that Pacquiao returned simply for a quick payday, leveraging his name for an easy exhibition-style fight and a hefty paycheck. Many believe he's just following the path of other retired boxers cashing in on low-risk bouts. However, those close to him insist that's far from the truth. Pacquiao has taken this fight seriously, training hard and preparing for a true battle against a dangerous opponent. He fully respects the threat Barrios poses and isn't taking him lightly. This isn't about putting on a show. Pacquiao is gearing up for a real fight and intends to silence the doubters with his performance, not empty words.
And, well, what's the worst version of Manny we could see? We've seen the best versions of Manny. What's the worst version of Manny we could see against Mario Barrios? And that ain't it. You're going to get a Manny Pacquiao that is fine-tuned, a Manny Pacquiao that is ready, a Manny Pacquiao that has, check this out, not been sitting down watching exhibitions and saying, I'm about to have an exhibition fight. That's what that was. That was him sitting down, sad because he hadn't been in the sport in a little while, and he saw a little opportunity for him to do something. And I'm not sure if the people around him told him that he should get ready for it, but when you're on the outside and you're looking at what's going on with these exhibitions, and it's an easy way to make money and use your image and all that kind of stuff, that's what he did. He got ready for an exhibition fight. 3 rounds. I mean, the moment I heard you say 3 rounds, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's just keep moving past this. This is not the same thing. He knows this is a 12-round war against Azteca Mario Barrios. He's not going to come to the ring in any way, shape, form, or fashion the way that he did against Ampo. And I'm telling you right now, I promise you, if he does, I'll drop down and give you 100 push-ups straight. It ain't gonna happen. We got elite Mario Barrios. He's earned his position of being elite. He's elite. I hear what you're saying about his mentality. I just got a feeling that even though he's going through the rhythm and the routine of that's Pacquiao and I'm just Mario Barrios.
Trainer Robert Garcia believes Pacquiao made a smart decision by choosing Barrios over other potential opponents. While Barrios is no walk in the park, Garcia views him as a more manageable challenge compared to younger, hungrier rising stars. He points out that if Pacquiao had faced someone like Norman, the risk of serious damage would have been far greater. Barrios remains a champion and a tough competitor, but Garcia feels Pacquiao's style matches up better against him. It's still a difficult path, but not the most dangerous one. In Garcia's view, Pacquiao has a real shot at victory.
4 years out of the ring and everything against Mario Barrios. Your thoughts on that fight?
Look, I
I think it's a fight that just because of the card that they put together, it's gonna do really good. The arena is gonna be sold out. People are gonna order on pay-per-view. I think it's gonna do really good numbers because of the whole undercard. I think Pacquiao, you know, went to the I can't say the easiest because Barrios is a world champion, so I can't say he's easy either, man. But it did, you know, if you know he wouldn't fight against Norman.
Yeah.
He wouldn't fight against Boots. You know what I mean? Because Boots was the champion. Now that he wouldn't have fought against Boots. He would have never fought against Norman. Those guys would have hurt Pacquiao. So he chose Barrios, which also fights for PBC, so made it a lot easier. But Barrios he's young, he's big, he's hungry. You know, he's at performances where we question his, skills, chin. But he has heart, man. He has heart, and Pacquiao's 46, so that's a big difference right there. I would love to see Pacquiao make history and become, the youngest. He already is the oldest welterweight champion.
Yeah.
But 6 years later, he's gonna break his own record.
Mario Barrios' trainer didn't mince words, issuing a clear warning to Team Pacquiao. He acknowledged that Manny has spent years sharpening his skills under Freddie Roach and has gained a wealth of knowledge, but so has Barrios. He made it clear that Barrios has been learning from top-level camps, absorbing advanced techniques and strategies, and is bringing that experience into this fight. The message was straightforward. Barrios isn't walking in unprepared. He knows what Pacquiao brings and has matched that with his own intense preparation. This won't be a one-sided affair. Both camps understand each other's strengths and are ready for a real fight.
A lot of time we spent together. Picked up a lot of things from you. Freddie, I was in that gym a long time, Freddie. I picked up a lot of things watching those camps with Manny Pacquiao right there, baby. We know a lot of things from there. I was in there every day watching him. And unfortunately for him, there's a lot of things we're going to bring to the table on July 19th of the things that I've seen with Manny Pacquiao. We're coming, baby. You know that, Freddie. I was there a lot of time, Freddie. We did a lot of time in there, in and around Manny Pacquiao. You know that, Freddie. And you know that too, Manny.
Despite the concerns, there's still strong hope among fans and fighters who view Pacquiao as more than just a boxer. He's a symbol of resilience and greatness. Many in the boxing world are rooting for him to secure one more victory and add another chapter to his legendary career. Even with age and pressure working against him, the support for his comeback remains widespread. People admire his courage and his willingness to embrace yet another challenge. At this stage, it's all about legacy, proving that true greatness can defy time and that the heart of a champion never fades.
I think of Manny Pacquiao.
The GOAT.
I think he wins his next fight against Barrios.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I love to see him win it, He's a legendary fighter and someone that I've watched on tape and studied, so.
Great person, too.
Yeah, I've never met him before in real life, but...
You never met him?
Never. No.
Robert Garcia didn't just speak about Pacquiao as a fighter. He praised him as a person. He pointed out that the Filipino icon is motivated by more than just personal achievement. Pacquiao carries the hopes of his people every time he steps into the ring. Garcia acknowledges that age isn't on Manny's side, and that this comeback may be one of the toughest tests of his career. Still, he believes Pacquiao's athleticism and warrior's mindset give him the ability to achieve something remarkable. In Garcia's eyes, Pacquiao isn't just fighting for a title. He's fighting for pride, for history, and for the millions who believe in him.
Fight, do you understand why maybe Pacquiao's coming back maybe after a performance like that against a Mario Barrios?
Well, look, after Barrios' last performance, I think Pacquiao wasn't the only one. I think there was many calls to the Cubas and PBC people about fighting Barrios. But Barrios is a great dude. He's young. He's strong. I think Pacquiao's coming back because he wants to make history. Pacquiao is a person that loves to help. He helps. People love him in his country, and not only in his country, in the whole world. People love him. People always support him. People are behind him, and he's doing it to make history. If he becomes champion, there's been very few that could do something that have done something like that in their 40s to come back and actually mid-40s, late 40s, and come back and become world champion. He just wants to make history and be the best in history, because maybe he will. But it's going to be tough. At 46, bro, you know, shit, I'm 4 years older than him, man. and
4 years ago, you didn't want to make a comeback?
Man, I didn't want to make a comeback when I was 30, and I had been retired for only 4 years, and I was 30, and a lot of people would tell me, Robert, you're young, Robert, you can still do something. There's a lot of fights, Morales, Barrera, even Pacquiao was already fighting. There's a lot of money out there. But nah, man, you know, I didn't feel like doing it. So, you know, it's different. Mikey, you know, Mikey's 37, and we've told him, Mike, you know, you can still do 1 or 2 more fights, and you know, and he just feels like, no, you know, at 37. So just imagine 10 years.
Veteran commentator Jim Lampley shared a more emotional perspective, saying that while Pacquiao's return isn't surprising, it's still bittersweet. He believes fighters like Manny often struggle to step away because they crave the adrenaline, the lights, and the roar of the crowd. It's simply part of who they are. Lampley doesn't criticize Pacquiao's choice, but reflects on the harsh reality that many greats come back not out of financial need, but out of a deep desire to feel alive again. For Lampley, it's just part of boxing's cycle. Legends often return for one last taste of glory. While he knows Pacquiao will be well compensated, he questions the emotional toll it might take.
Over the years, what do you think of that?
Sad. You know, just sad that he feels any reason or urge whatsoever. However, on the other hand, fighters fight. It's what they do. Hey, Jim Lampley was gone for 6 years. Was it stupid for him to choose to come back and fall a fight? Was it a risk? You know, was there a possibility that he could embarrass himself and fall on his face? Are there some viewers and listeners out there who think that's exactly what he did? Sure, that's possible. But I was back doing something I love, and I was getting paid for it. So I understand why Manny wants to come back and do something he loves and get paid for it. But it's one thing to talk into a microphone when you've been a few years away and you're a little bit older. It's entirely a different thing to go in and hit and get hit.
Throughout the boxing world, one opinion remains clear. Pacquiao's greatest opponent is his age. Experts agree that no matter how skilled or experienced a fighter may be, time inevitably slows the body. Reflexes dull, stamina fades, and recovery becomes harder. Even with intense training, no one can fully turn back the clock. This doesn't mean Pacquiao has no chance, but it does mean every moment in the ring carries more risk than it once did. His margin for error is thinner now, and while experience counts for a lot, youth often has the power to overwhelm even the most battle-tested veteran.
Manny Pacquiao is going to get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is, like, far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year, and he arguably lost to, like, a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, you know, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time, no questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Many believe the true reason fighters like Pacquiao return is rooted in emotion. It's not just about money or adding to their legacy. It's about chasing the irreplaceable feeling of being in the ring. The cheers, the bright lights, the pride. It's a rush that retirement can't replicate. Fighters often long to experience it one more time. However, observers caution that nostalgia can be dangerous. Pacquiao didn't look his sharpest in his last outing, and the signs of decline were hard to ignore.
Understand that Manny Pacquiao is the first ballot Hall of Famer. He's an 8th Division World Champion, one of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport of boxing. He's a great family man, great philanthropist, does a lot for his community. I ain't saying nothing bad about Manny Pacquiao. In fact, I'm worried for his well-being. Seen this with some of the boxing greats like Roy Jones Jr., James Toney, You know, just to name a few. Bernard Hopkins, personally my favorite fighter of all time. They don't know how to let the game go, right? They always get that itch. They miss the allure. You know, the crowd, the cheers, the boos, the spectacle that comes with the sport of boxing. I get it. I can understand why Manny Pacquiao is still trying to hold on to what was in the past, right? Which is why my beef was with Mario Barrios. Because, bro, you know you need your ass whooped, right? Because last time I saw Manny Pacquiao in an exhibition fight, let alone a real fight versus Yordenis Ugas, he looked terrible. He looked like he was about to get stopped. Remember? The fight that was supposed to happen between him and Errol Spence and things like that. I'm going to come in and put on a one-sided ass whooping and things like that. Manny Pacquiao is a great future Hall of Famer. He's a legend, but I feel like my skills and fundamentals is going to be the deciding factor in that fight. Remember when Errol Spence pulled out of that fight due to an eye injury? Manny Pacquiao lost to Yordenis Ugas. The same Yordenis Ugas that's been getting dinged on ever since he fought Errol Spence. Instead of trying to unify the division with Brian Norman, who currently holds the WBO strap, right? Instead of trying to unify with another unified champion at 147 and Jerome Boots Ennis, who many deem as the new boogeyman in the sport, especially at 147, yeah, I said it, you decide to fight Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao for the big payday, in my Canelo voice. And I say all that to say, bro, you know you need your ass whipped, right? Boxing guys don't like ugly. And if you keep playing with the sport of boxing, eventually the sport of boxing is going to get back at you. And oh man, when Brian Norman, or dare I even say Jerome Boots Ennis, that's even if you have the balls to fight them, yeah, I said it, get their hands on you, you going to get stopped, bro, because you know you dead wrong for going up against a 46-year-old Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Facts, he threw a big facts.
Jim Lampley explains that for fighters, the thrill of stepping into the ring is deeply addictive. Nothing else can match the rush or the sense of fulfillment it brings. So when the chance to fight again arises, it's nearly impossible to turn down. It's not just about the money. It's about feeling alive in the only way they truly understand.
Friendship way. I said, Ray, why is it that you can't give this up? It was one of the greatest quotes I ever heard. He said, Jim, I tried owning restaurants and I tried eating in restaurants. I tried dancing in nightclubs and I tried owning nightclubs. I did every other thing I could do that was supposed to give me that kind of feedback. There is nothing in life that matches the moment of standing up off your stool, sweat glistening on your chest, naked in the eyes of the world except for those trunks and shoes, and stepping forward into the spotlight to face another man.
That's it.